As we have mentioned, Taiwan's precious cypresses were nearly logged to extinction at one point. To mend the harm that has been done and to fight global warming, the government has been spending billions on reforestation. However, is this really working, or are such measures simply causing more harm to the environment? We find out in our report.
This used to be a natural forest in Taichung's Dadu Mountain. However, I'm surrounded by trees planted by men. This is because 2 years ago, the local government cut down the forest and planted beech trees instead.
In 2012, the Dragon Steel Corporation wanted to expand its refinery in Taichung. In order to pass environmental impact assessment, it decided to donate about $400,000 to the Taichung City government's reforestation funds. Thus, they went into a natural forest to cut the trees down just so they could plant more trees.
In order to get the government's reforestation subsidy, 80% of the new forest has to be newly planted trees. Thus, they must cut down other trees.
This 20-hectare forest at Shanyangkeng of Dadu Mountain was listed as a nature preserve as the endangered leopard cat was found here in 2004. However, even the endemic Abyssinia prickly ash is endangered.
People thought this was a weed and decided to cut it down. See, it has grown a new bud already. There are less than 1,000 of this plant alive in the wild now.
So, is this cutting down a natural forest to pave the way for a man-made forest truly better for the environment?
By clearing away the original vegetation, these corporations are planting trees that are said to help absorb greenhouse gases to compensate for the impact brought by their business activities.
With men doing what they will to the forests, the mountains are exposed. To remedy such a problem, the government decided to subsidize citizens planting trees up in the mountains, and thus a forest is now typically made up of one species of trees.
This is a forest consisting of Taiwania. Every tree here is only about 1 meter apart, which blocks out the sunlight so plants can grow here on the surface. Whenever there's torrential rain, this type of one-species-only forest doesn't do much to help with the water retention when compared to a natural forest.
The Taiwan government has already invested more than $3 billion in reforestation over the years. In the beginning, 2,500 to 3,000 trees would be planted in a 1-hectare piece of land.
By planting so many trees in such a limited space, without trimming and grooming, the trees just can't grow well. After 50 or 60 years, they may still be small and thin, which makes them useless. This is a Formosan cypress forest on Anma Mountain. Again, the trees were planted very closely together, so not every tree is getting the nutrition it needs. And thus, the Forestry Bureau is planning to cut down 1/3 of the trees here. By making rooms for trees to grow, they can develop evenly. This will also help stimulate their growth.
Scholars say 1 hectare of land can accommodate about 600 to 900 trees at most. Thus, all excess trees should be cut down to help the forest grow.
Many environmental activists will jump up whenever they hear about trees being cut down.
Forest preservation is an ideal shared by most people nowadays. However, simply planting more trees is not the only solution. Studies show a kilogram of earth in Taiwan's forests contain about 10,000 seeds belonging to shrubs, trees, and grass. This means just let Mother Nature do its work and stop meddling with the environment. With 6,000 hectares of man-made forests being created every year in Taiwan, this means the same area of natural forest is being destroyed and replaced. But if mankind is truly to undo the harm they have brought to the mountains, they should really just stay away and do no more harm.